Hello, America. This is Julia from Overcrown.
This is Tony from Sonata Arctica.
This is David Reed Watson from Kill Ritual.
This is Nora from Battle Beast.
Hey, this is Jeff from Mind Maze, and you're listening to the Great Metal Debate Podcast.
Hello, this is Mark the Fuzz Man Doss coming at you with my first ever interview with none other than one of my favorite bands of all time, Finnish metalers of Wintersun. How are y'all doing?
Great, absolutely fantastic.
We're doing great, and congrats for your first interview.
Yes, I am with Asim and Jukka, and we are here in Chicago, Illinois at the Bottom Lounge. A very cold, rainy day, in fact. First of all, guys, welcome to Chicago. I don't know if this is your all's first time here. My first time, actually.
Third time here.
Third time.
We played 2 times here at the very same venue, actually, in 2013 and 2012.
Wow. That's
But that's my first time here, so.
I haven't seen too much of the city, though, unfortunately, a tiny bit.
Yeah.
But apparently there's a huge pizza debate going on.
Yeah, we were...
our debate podcast, actually. It's between the New Yorkers and the Chicago. That apparently the pizza should be this or that.
Oh yeah.
People seem to take it very seriously.
I'm looking forward to try the deep dish pizza.
Yes, we are too, actually. We actually just got here around like 2:30 or so. It was so hard to find a parking spot.
Right.
So, I don't know, we might grab some food over here at the bar or something, but I heard the deep dish pizza is amazing.
Right.
So what is that?
It's kind of like they say it's like a pie pizza.
Yeah, it's like a really thick piece of pizza. It's like a pie crust almost. But, yeah. Let's see. All right, well, how's the tour going, guys?
The tour is going great. Super nice to be back. Third time in the U.S. Since it was 5 years ago since the last time Wintersun was here, so that was a long time. But I have to say that the shows have been very nice.
Absolutely fantastic. The crowd's been great.
People still remember Wintersun.
Yes, I actually missed you all the last time y'all came through on the Time tour.
Yeah.
I was actually hoping to go to the Columbus show, but, finances and all that great stuff. So, the tour started in Philadelphia back in September, early September. Any sites? I know y'all went to Montana. I have you and Tamu on.
Unfortunately, I wasn't there.
Oh, you were not there? Yeah, I know Tamu, he posted something on his Instagram. It was like a lot of sightseeing and stuff. So, anything else?
Of course, we've seen beautiful places here and there throughout the cities, but above everything else, I think it'd be nice that people have been warmly welcoming us to their cities and all the shows that we have had together. That's been perfect with all the people. But yeah, slightly sightseeing as well on the side of that.
The best part is that the country is so big, so it offers from every city to every state as well. It offers something unique and different. So we got to have experience of seeing all different kinds of things and meet all different kinds of people. Everything has been going smooth. So it's a contrast of all different things in one place, one big place. Yeah. So it's a great experience.
It's great.
Do not forget the other side of the border in Canada as well. Great
Yeah. You all went to the provinces over in Canada. So anything over there you all see? I've never been to Canada before. The farthest I've ever been was actually at the gate.
The Canadian shows are equally as good for sure as on the US side. The people are actually very, very, very bombastic. And when it comes to the sightseeing, beautiful landscapes over there, probably had one of the best bus rides ever. That we spent a day off basically in the bus, but driving from Vancouver towards Calgary, a long distance, but a lot of mountains and beautiful nature scenery.
Wow.
Works nicely with the forest seasons too.
Speaking of the forest seasons, so let's talk about the forest seasons. I know a little bit because I've participated in the crowdfunding campaign. whenever Yari announced it, and $50 wasn't so bad with all the content that came with it. You had the ups and downs. I've seen some haters. How do y'all deal with that? The haters,
I don't know, like, when it comes to, I guess it's always been around. Whatever you do, somebody's gonna be offended or complain about something.
Yeah.
And especially when it comes to us, we did something totally different than any other band has really done before. We were one of the first ones when it comes to the whole crowdfunding. But the whole idea of the crowdfunding was we were pre-selling our new album, and it was something new. But when something new comes around, then of course people have used to their old things, and something new comes around, so they need to criticize the new things. Until I think some of the guys who criticize the campaign thing or whatsoever might understand in a little while that it actually makes sense to do such things. But when it comes to haters, I don't know. I hope that people, whatever they do in life or whatsoever, will find their balance here and not to be so angry to the outside world. But usually it's that the inner core is not okay, that they need to bark to the outside. And the unfortunate thing with the social media stuff especially is that if there's 1 promille of people who bark and bark and bark, it's like any other group, it spreads. But in the end of the day, the majority do not keep up a rat's ass as long as...
Yeah, I mean, 2017 was a great year for you all. You released a new album after 5 years. So I mean, it was a good idea. It was a good year. You got Asim aboard, and the crowdfunding campaign was a success. Which brings me to my next question: the next crowdfunding campaign, is it going to be any similar to it, or is it going to be something different?
It will be.
It would be a cope-up because we had the aim of doing 3 crowdfundings, right? Now, the 3 crowdfundings were supposed to gather a certain amount. And now, by the graces of our fans, thanks to them hell a lot, they have made everything possible for crowdfunding and has given us such a support that hopefully that we would just need probably 1 more crowdfunding. So by the time we reach that target, which we had in mind from the first, the whole crowdfunding concept. So if we end up achieving that, then we would not need the 3rd crowdfunding. So we can't really say for sure that maybe it could be, saying it openly, there could be a possibility that it might not work out, or it might work out, but the support that we had from the fans, we already gained more than half of what the whole target was supposed to be. So according to that, I think it might work out that we might go with the 2nd crowdfunding, and that could be it. But
yes, but when it comes to there will be a next campaign for sure, like Asim said, and maybe even another one after that. We'll see. But of course, it will be different because the content will be different.
Yes.
But it will be also similar, so to say, at least in the sense what we will be offering for the people. It's like with the first campaign, I have to say that the content that we had, we could have even take half out, and it still would be worth the money, so to say, that we were offering. So, but what we wanted to do is silently thank you everybody to put insane amount of content that the people will be very taken, and kind of like a really positive outcome coming from us, because with us it has been taking such a long time with everything.
Yes.
And that was basically the thing. So the next campaign will have very similar characteristics, but the content will be different and surprising.
Yeah, that was very unique because you never ever see bands giving out the instrumentals like every instrumental to each song, and even past albums, with that. I think you'll have the other package that came out with it to the viewers who, to the supporters who paid the $50. I think it was like a month, before. Was it before then? I think it was it was more with time on it. It was like the time instrumentals. It was.
Yeah, and then there was the new remasters, and then with the first album, even the version how it originally was supposed to be. That actually the album starts with the Winter Madness intro and with Winter Madness, and Beyond the Dark Side is actually the 2nd song of the whole album. But in the past there was some schedule problems when Yari was doing the first album that he never was able to complete the Winter Madness intro.
Yes, and it's one of the reasons why I respect you all so much, because you all were asking for much. It was like, here's $50, you get all this content, this is our thanks to you. So you are going on tour for the 15th anniversary, but it's in Europe. Are you planning on, I know it's a little bit out there, you all planning on bringing that back to the U.S.?
Everything is still in progress. That we're still planning what to do exactly. So, of course, we're open to anything, any offer that we get. That if people are interested, wherever part of the world. But the thing is that I cannot really say. Everything is still being planned. So.
Right. Yeah, and for you, Asim, you were a Wintersun fan for a long time before joining the band. How did it feel to set foot inside the same room with all of them and actually learning all the material and getting to play with them on stage?
Right. It's just incredible, man. It's a living example of the dreams do come true in their own way. So my dream was to become a professional musician since a long time, and Wintersun was a band that I looked up to starting from the first time I listened to them, right? So ending up in Wintersun is just like it was unbelievable, because first of all, I never thought that Jari or the band lineup would change at all. It didn't change, they just needed an addition. And I never thought that Jari particularly would ever put the guitar off live. So it was a great opportunity that arose, and I just took it. I went for it without considering that, I might not make it. Well, of course, every time it's in the back of your mind that, of course, you never know when the whole idea of auditioning comes in, or you go to a job interview and you never know that if you're gonna get the gig or not.
Yes.
So the point is that I loved the band. I respected the band so much. I looked up to them, and of course, an opportunity like this, when it came, I just went for it. And getting into the band is just nuts. It's incredible. Like, there was the time when these guys did a Skype call with me, and they said particularly that Jari said to Teemu and Jukka as well, so what do you guys say? And they said it, okay, you're in. And then Jukka said you're in, Teemu said you're in, and my expressions were just like, well, I think Jukka can tell better, because I still laugh at it. Like, for me, it just went over my head. I'm like, and I'm blabbering about something else.
Yeah, he just continued talking about some other things that he was just talking. He didn't respond in any way. He didn't answer in any way. I was like, and me and Jari and Teemu, we started to look at each other like,
is it for real?
what the hell is this? Like, I even typed a sentence like, what the hell is he doing? Did we get a yes or no, or what the hell happened?
So it hit me right afterwards, when we ended the call. Then I wrote these guys like, holy shit, I mean, seriously, oh my god. So it's just bloody incredible. It's like, I can't even express it in words. But what I could say out of that to the people is that never ever stop believing in your abilities, or never ever stop believing that you cannot achieve your dreams one way or the other. As I said, I wanted to become a professional musician. I never imagined that I would be playing with the same band that I looked up to. So this is something incredible. Life works in mysterious ways, but you just got to keep your path clear and your vision clear. That's the most important.
It's very inspiring, really, because I can relate to that. I have you all tattooed on my arm here. The Wintersun moon, and
great, man.
And also another favorite band of mine is Trivium. So it's like it's as if for whatever reason, Matt Heavey steps down to do vocals, and to be a part of a band that I looked up to, I share that same feeling. So congrats to you, man.
Thank you. Yeah. And on the other hand, I just wanted to say as well that many people might think that, you are fortunate. You had the dream, and then you're fortunate enough to be in the band. Well, of course, I am fortunate enough. But at the same time, that doesn't mean that the other people start thinking about in a way that, these opportunities don't come like around the corner. Of course they don't, but that doesn't mean you start losing your hope by just saying, it's not gonna happen. Whoever thought me as a fan of the band would end up in the band? So this can happen to anyone. So never to lose that vision with you that it can never happen. It happened with one guy. So out of the million, it happens once. No, it nearly happens every day in many different ways that we don't absorb and see. So it's the most important thing is to just those little things keep them close to you and focus on looking at them. So.
Yeah, very inspiring. So I have some fan questions because I'm part of the Wintersun fan group on Facebook. Some were a little goofy, so I, of course, didn't take those.
I read it. I read your post.
Really? You did?
Yeah. I am on it as well, so...
Wow.
Oh. Okay, cut it off. I'm not on it. No, everybody knows that I'm...
Yeah, I'll make sure to... I'll make sure to add that out.
Right.
But some of the fan questions were, how does the band integrate the synths during the live shows as it sounds good even without a keyboardist on stage?
That's
What?
a tough question. What? Sorry? What?
Yeah, I don't know. It's how the question was written. But I guess what they're trying to say is, like, how is the setup since, there's so much synth going on?
Right.
Is it just all backing track, I guess? Is that...
Yes.
Okay, if that's the question.
Yeah,
Yes, it is. Because we cannot afford a whole like a classical orchestra with us.
Right.
And even that
You're not
wouldn't be
Mike
enough. So that's the point, that everything is a backing track.
So what you see on the stage, everything is coming by playing live. So all the instruments that you're seeing, we are playing it live. But then the other things that you're hearing are coming from the backing track. So we are doing the vocals live, we are doing the instruments we are playing live, but the orchestrations and everything, they are coming from the backing track.
And one last question from the fans. Are there any artists you would love to work with in the future that you have never collaborated with before? Who would some of those artists be? Pressure's on, guys.
Collaborate on new music or collaborate playing tours together, or...
Well, I'm probably assuming like as far as like music goes. If you ever had...
Personally, I would put Alice in Chains. Those guys.
They were supposed... it's funny because...
This is a personal view.
Yeah, they were supposed to play Louder Than Life, because I'm from Louisville, Kentucky, and of course, the flood, it flooded everything out. So it was like a 3-day event, but they were one of the bands, they were headlining one of the festivals, and they weren't able to play.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, well...
Asim?
Yeah, for me, I'm still thinking. I don't know.
Backstreet Boys.
Oh, why not?
Britney?
Well, yeah, Janet Jackson, Justin Bieber. No, I think this is a very tough question. I think if I were to work with anybody in this moment, it could be, I don't know, they probably are passed away, most of them. But alive, I think Gojira would be a band that I would love to work with. Gojira would be definitely a band that I would love to work with. But if we talk about pop and stuff, there are a lot of names, man. A lot of names. I would love to work with someday with Deadmau5, for instance. That would be just... Oh, sorry, Daft Punk. I mean, how can I let
Deadmau5 is cool.
Deadmau5 is cool also, yeah. So those are a few names.
It'd be kind of weird to have like a Wintersun mix, but like have like a dubstep, house, like a dance house mix. I don't know.
It would be nice to have some remixes.
Actually, yeah.
Maybe
So
get some
listen up, guys.
connections to Cyber Skills guys or something over
Exactly.
Buster Rhymes team and
Exactly.
make some remixes of our songs. That would be fucking great.
Yeah, speaking of remix, is another question that was actually, since we brought that up, is, you all release, Time as like a remaster, I guess. So I guess, you all release the Sonic Pump Studio versions. So, do you all plan on releasing that out, or is it just going to be something, it's going to
Sonic Pump thing?
Yeah, or, like the remaster of Time,
Oh, well, there is a remaster out with the crowdfunding. And then,
Oh, that's right, yeah.
And then the Sonic Pump thing came out when Time came out in the very first place.
Okay.
And now the rehearsals has been remastered as well and released on YouTube again. So there's a remastered versions of the rehearsals on YouTube also.
All right, well, that answers that question.
But yeah, it would be cool actually, maybe definitely in the future to make some more live version.
And that's a great question. But one thing that's special about tonight and about this tour is that you are playing a new song. So, of course, a lot of people on the page they're very skeptical of what the song is going to be. I'm not going to say what it is just to avoid any kind of controversy.
Everything you read in the internet is bullshit.
Yes. I kind of keep that to myself. I'm like, I don't know.
It's a new song, and it will stay as a new song.
Yes, that's kind of how I figured, because I remember you all played The Forest That Weeps. I remember seeing videos of it. It just said Wintersun Mystery Song. I think you all played...
we played that in 2014, 15.
Yeah, but I remember seeing it, because it was after you all played the... was that the 70,000 Tons?
Yeah.
Yeah. When... yeah. So, how are you all reacting with that? I mean, is that, the new song, what gave you all the idea to bring something new to the table for the American Canadian fans?
Well, we've been surprising people in several different ways, all kinds of ways in the past, whether it takes time or whether it doesn't take that much time, but we just thought that we were going to do something new.
We love to keep our fan base excited. So it's not like it wouldn't be nice for us to do something repetitive all the time. So it's always some spices here and there we'd like to add up. So just to keep things fresh, we decided that, hey, let's put in something awesome for as we have never been here. As we have not been here for a long period of time, and to give something special to the fans, we decided that, let's bring something new in.
Yeah, and you are, Wintersun, the band that always gives back to the fans no matter what. I mean, you all even did this VIP thing where, like, the fans can buy, like, a $50 gift card, and they can get, early entry, see you all sound check, get their hands on some merch before the other guys get to it. That's awesome. I've actually never heard of a band that has actually ever done that before. I mean, some people say, extra is,
right.
But for you all, you all give back to the fans, and that's, very appreciated, especially for fans like myself.
Yeah.
So, we're going to go ahead and conclude, the interview with this last question, and as, last but certainly not least, how can fans get a hold of Wintersun merch, and where can they purchase Wintersun music?
Well, that's been in the progress a long time as well when it comes to our online store, where to purchase the merchandise, especially. Merchandise, the music, you can get it from Bandcamp, you can get it from our label, Nuclear Blast. Merchandise-wise, there will be a change quite soon, that we will have an online store.
And music can be bought from iTunes, Amazon, and all the platforms, so to speak.
Well, all right, guys. Well, it was a pleasure hanging out with you all. This is Mark the Fuzz Man Doss, and I'll be seeing you all later on. Thank you very much, Jukka.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Asim.
Nice to meet you, man.
Thank you.
I hope you enjoyed the show.
Yep, absolutely.
Thank you for doing your first interview with us.
Hopefully not the last.